Guys, today we have big things happening for crypto. You will not believe who is about to dump over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin into the open market. Guys, today I will explain everything for you. I will talk about what I think is the next big move for Bitcoin. I will also zoom out, look at the longer term charts to paint a good picture about what I think is going to happen, guys. So make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you are new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it. First, on the 4-hourly time frame, not much has happened. We're still struggling with the edge of the orange box here. If anything, you can see that we are making a little bit of a trend here of making lower highs, both on the wicks here, but also on the bodies of the candles. At the same time, you can also see a very clear trend of us making higher lows. So this means that we are going to consolidate within this range, and this is still, we will see where this is gonna go. But nonetheless, this is interesting as it is happening right below the edge of the orange box here, which is actually a bullish sign. But still, my thesis remains the same. Big resistance at the orange box. I am staying away from entering trades inside of the orange box until we are above it, right here above the red line, which is at $30,000. Another thing, though, is that the traditional markets have been pumping really hard. So the traditional markets are on an insane run here. And you can see that we haven't been at these levels since the middle of February, basically. So it was a long while ago we were at these levels. And granted, the traditional markets continues to pump here. Even this orange box eventually is not going to be able to withstand the power of the markets here. So sooner rather than later, we are going to break through this, but I do think it's going to take a little while longer, but we have to keep an eye on the traditional markets here, because if they continue to go up insanely like they've been doing here recently, then even this orange box is not going to be able to withstand that. So I will keep you updated as always. For the dollar index is also continuing to go down. So this is good for the markets. We will see, we're approaching, well, we have some more room left down here, about 1% on the dollar index. So we could go down in the dollar index a little bit more, meaning the markets could pump a little bit more as well. Zooming out, before I talk about this massive thing happening where this massive whale is about to dump $1 billion worth of Bitcoin into the open market, let's look at this chart first. So this is a longer term chart. This is on the monthly time frame. And what you can see is a very clear, if I just make something like that, you can see a very clear pattern here where we have a resistance right here on the monthly time frame. We break through the 14 period, the 2-week moving average here, which is the yellow line on the RSI. So the RSI breaks through it. And once we see that, usually we do see a big pump, a new bull market. So we break down from it. That is when we enter into the bear market. So we go down and we have this trend line on the monthly time frame where we try to break through it multiple times. Don't manage to do that until right here when we break through it on the RSI. We break through it on the RSI, and at that point we start the new bull market as well. Break down through it right here, enter into the bear market, and guess what? We have broken above it right here. Not only have we had a trend line here trying to break above this, just like you had right here, just like you had right here, but also on the RSI, we've now had that push above this moving average, which is the yellow line. So on the longer term charts, guys, things are still looking very well. And also, if you look at the on-chain stuff going on, you can see that this is the cost basis, meaning how much money have the long-term holders, which is the teal line, been spending on Bitcoin, and how much money has the short-term holders been spending on Bitcoin here. And what you can see is that we have a similar pattern right here. When you see the short-term holders break above this light blue line, so the purple breaking above the light blue, it means that the short-term holders have been paying more than the long-term holders for their Bitcoin. And you can see we break through it right here, boom, massive bull market. The gray line is the Bitcoin price. We break through it right here as well, boom, massive bull market for Bitcoin. And we break through it right here, massive bull market for Bitcoin, and we are right about to break through it right here as well. So this is why I was telling you a little while ago, like the long term are still looking really good for Bitcoin. Even though it's easy to get caught up in these short-term movements, like, oh, we have this resistance right here. But I mean, the long term is still telling us that we are going to go into a massive spree for Bitcoin. Yes, we've had nice gains recently as well, from $15,000 up to close to $30,000. But I do think that we're going to see even more so as we are, going into the next phase of the bull market. And I do believe the bottom has already been hit at $15,000. Now, let's talk about this. The US government have sold $216 million worth of Bitcoin, they revealed on Coinbase. Now, this is something I reported on as it was happening. If you go back to my previous videos, I believe this was like 3 weeks ago. Yes, right here. The US government are dumping $200 million worth of Bitcoin right now. You can see it posted 3 weeks ago. I was warning you about this. And it was the 9th of March, which was, guys, actually right here. And if you remember what else happened right here, it was the massive banking crisis. So basically, or the USDC depeg and everything. So I mean, people were in complete panic right here. And what did the US government decide to do? Well, they wanted to crash the crypto markets. They dumped 10,000 Bitcoin during this very stressful time. So if this not goes to show that they are indeed trying to cause panic in the crypto market, they want to destroy crypto, why else would they try to take advantage of the market when it is at the most fragile state it has been in for a good while, and they decide to dump 10,000 Bitcoin, $200 million. Of course, this is something that is very clear for us, but I digress. Let's continue. The thing though is that they are looking to also offload 42,000 additional Bitcoin, which is close to $1 billion. Now, here is the thing. I am not too worried about this, because if they manage to sell all of these Bitcoin, $10,000 at the time when Bitcoin was the most fragile, and we survived it, guys. Nothing happened here. If anything, this was a massive opportunity. Remember right here, guys, what did we do? We bought. We made a massive profit here. We bought right here, big buying long position. We rode it all the way up to the edge of the orange box and made 400% on that trade. Over $16,000. So I was telling you as we were going down here, look, I am going to be buying here. And let's see if we're going to make profit or not, but I am going to be a big buyer. So this is what I did. So if we do see, I mean, some more shenanigans from the US government here trying to use these Bitcoin to crash the price, yes, okay. But the market is just going to see that as a massive opportunity. Short-term volatility, yes. But over time, we're going to be absolutely fine, just like we are at right now. There's no stopping Bitcoin, guys. They can try to do whatever they want, but they will not succeed. Finally, we have some data coming out that is a little bit more favorable than the market are predicting. So we did have the PCE come in yesterday. So it was a little bit better than predicted. And I am thinking that the numbers in April that are gonna come out are gonna be, just like I've been saying here for like several weeks, the numbers in April, I believe, are gonna be much better, well, at least better, clearly better than what the markets are predicting. So this is one thing I am predicting. We will see if that's gonna be the case or not, but if that happens, then the markets are gonna continue to go up. Not only traditional markets, but also Bitcoin. So once again, this orange box is not gonna be the resistance forever. But if we see those numbers come out and they are much better than the market were anticipating, well, traditional markets have already started to go up crazily. Bitcoin is gonna follow suit. Guys, that's what I got for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.